Good morning class. Now coming for the second part of the radioactivity worksheet video. Now coming for question number 10. That is what? That is 1 AMU. 1 AMU atomic mass unit. We define 1 AMU. AMU means atomic mass unit, means normally nuclear. Whenever I am saying that atom of neutron and proton, normal kg, meter, kg, gram will not be acceptable there because they are very small unit. So there we will use atomic mass unit or 1 AMU. What is the definition? It is a mathematical formula. Atomic mass unit has a mathematical formula. Simply write down that 1 AMU is equal to 1 by 12 of whom? 1 by 12 of mass of one atom of carbon. Mass of one atom of C12, means I am taking that isotope of carbon who is having mass number 12, atomic number 6. That isotope I will take. So this is EMU, and if you can remember the next line also you can write. So if I do the calculation, I will get that 1 AMU is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. There is no mandate you need to remember. If you can, this up to this enough for 1 mark, 2 marks. If you can remember, this is the answer. That is 1 AMU is 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. Deduction not needed for your exam. Achha, next one is convert 1 AMU in mega electron volt or MeV. Remember this means whenever I am calculating energy, mass energy equivalence, we know that is E equal to mc square. So by this equation, M is mass is equal to mass has a equal relation with the energy, means there is a transformation, means mass is converted to energy, energy is converted to mass. So whenever I am dealing with nuclear physics, it is very important I know the conversion between mass and energy. So remember that 1 AMU, 1 atomic mass unit is equal to 1 atomic mass unit is equal to 931 MeV. This is very much important. Means by this equation I can relate, if I am having mass I can convert it into energy. So by that equation, so 1 AMU equal to 931 MeV. In coincidence physics deduction given, but for your syllabus deduction is not mandatory. So done. Next one, give the difference between nuclear fission. Question number 12. Give the difference between nuclear fission and fusion reaction. Nuclear fission and fusion reaction. So definition already given in page book. Already given book. I am telling you that is page number 305 in my book. You just search in your book. That is 305. I am explaining because all the things are same. Or if 2 marks question is there, any 2 definition you will get. So nuclear fission is what? Nuclear fission means when the from one atom they are splitting and their one atom is imparted by a neutron. Then from that we are getting 2-3 different atoms. So that is called fission. Fusion is just exactly opposite of that. 2-3 atoms are there who join together by a reaction and forming a new atom. So first one is fusion, next one is fission. Both two, one is releasing energy, another is taking energy. One equation is releasing energy, another is taking energy. So what is the difference? In fission, when neutrons are bounded on heavy nucleus, it split into nearly equal to light fragments, means light nuclei. In fusion, in very high temperature and high pressure, 2 light nuclei joins to form a heavy nuclei. So fission means from heavy to light fragments of nuclei, and fusion means from light to heavy. So next one is this reaction, fission reaction, is possible at ordinary temperature, but fusion reaction is not possible at ordinary temperature. It needs a high temperature. Nuclear fission reaction, nearly 190 MeV energy released. So after nuclear fission, 190 MeV energy released, but in case of nuclear fission, 24.7 MeV energy released. So if I need energy, fission is most appropriate. Next one, for the same mass, the energy released in fission process is less than the fusion process. You know that. Achha, for the same mass, the energy released in fusion process is much more than that of the fission process. So there are 8 given. As per your concern, I will suggest first 4 is enough. If you need to learn another 4, no problem. So 8 is given already, 305, go through that. Achha, next one is already given in book, you go through that. Achha, next one is, what is mass defect? What is mass defect? As we know, if I separately count for an atom, suppose I am having an atom, I am separately count the mass of neutron and proton. So we know what? Nucleus means neutron plus proton. Clear? No problem. So mass of nucleus means what? Mass of neutron plus mass of proton. But it is seen that if I calculate mass of neutron, mass of proton, suppose for example, mass of neutron is 2, mass of proton is 4. So I am getting 6. Clear? But when I am calculating the mass of that nucleus, only nucleus, I will get it have a less value than 6. Means when the neutron and proton combine together their mass, and if for the same neutron and proton I am calculating the mass, there is a huge difference. So that difference is called mass defect. Mass defect means the original mass means Mn plus Mp, means when I am calculating separately, minus the mass of the atom, which we are having. So this is called mass defect or delta M. Mass defect means if only atom I am calculating, that time the mass, and if separately neutron proton, mass of neutron proton I am calculating the mass, there is a huge difference. So that difference is called the mass defect. Defect in mass, that's why I call mass defect. Next one is coming for that number 14, that is define binding energy. Define binding energy. See, binding energy means bind, means join together. So binding energy of a nucleus considered to be the energy released in the formation of nucleus. So when nucleus form, so since from here what I am getting, there is a decrease in mass. So this is the mass of nucleus. This is the mass of nucleus. Nucleus is all about what? Mass of neutron and mass of proton. Nucleus is all about mass of neutron and mass of proton. No problem. No problem. Now the thing is that if if neutron and proton joins together, if neutrons and proton joins together, then there is a release of excess energy. That release of excess energy is called the binding energy. Means whenever neutron and proton bind together, the amount of energy needed for their binding is called binding energy. Or when from separate neutron and proton, joins combine to form a nucleons, then the amount of energy released, that is called binding energy. Remember that binding energy B, denoted B, is nothing but that mass defect into C square. This is the binding energy. Now coming for the next one. Next one, that is number 15. There is a sum. Sum is that number 15. Sum is that 226 Ra radium disintegrate to 220 Ra with liberation of alpha particle. Means 226 from 226 radium there is a disintegration and it from 220 Ra. Liberation of alpha particle. Calculate the disintegration energy. Remember that disintegration means radioactive decay energy. Disintegration energy is nothing but the binding energy, or I can say how much energy released during the radioactive decay. How much energy released during the radioactive decay. Now see here, mass of radium 226 given, mass of radium 222 given and mass of alpha particle given. Now from 226 Ra, it is the parent nuclei. From parent nuclei who are emitting Ra 222 and one alpha particle. Clear? So if alpha particles and radium join together, I will get Ra. Clear? I will get Ra. So due to this radioactive process, there is a emission of energy. Due to this radioactive process, there is a radioactive energy decay. So what I will do, I am having, so I will do what? That delta M I will find. So what? That is nothing but that is Ra 222 plus alpha minus of Ra 226. Clear? Ra 226 alpha minus of that one, I will get the mass defect. So sorry, this minus that Ra 222 plus alpha. So if I do that, I will get something. So let's do that. Ra 226 given how much? Ra 226 mass is 226.096 minus 222's mass given is 222.0896 plus alpha particle mass given 4.00387 4.00387. So that's all. If I do the calculation, you do it, you will get, after doing that, I will get 0.00253 0.00253 AMU. This is the mass. So energy means what? This AMU will be multiplied with 931. So if I multiply this by 931, I will get the disintegration energy. To disintegrate, how much energy released. So if I do the calculation, I will get the probably that is 2.355 MeV. 2.355 MeV. 2.355 MeV I will get. So that's all for that question number what? Question number 15. Now coming for that question number 16. Question number 16 is that, wait, which among alpha, beta, gamma ray cannot emit fast? Means what? We know three radioactive ray are there, alpha, beta and gamma, which can't emit fast. Means if you keep the radioactive substance for fast, which one emit? See, there is no rule which one emit fast, which one emit last. But remember that always if there is a radioactive decay, then gamma needs a excited nucleus. Gamma can't emit from radioactive nucleus directly. So among alpha, beta, gamma cannot be emit fast because gamma always need a state of excitation. If a nucleus is excited, then the excess amount of energy will release at gamma ray. So gamma can't emit fast. Either first alpha will emit, so there is a excited nucleus, then from that gamma will emit, or there is a beta decay, then there is a excitation, then there is a release of there is a release of gamma ray. So gamma won't be able to emit fast. Now coming for question number 17. 17 is that which substance is used as fuel in nuclear reactor? Remember that radioisotope uranium-235 or plutonium-239. So either uranium-235 or plutonium-230, probably 239 will be used as radioactive fuel in nuclear reactor. Next question number 18 is that which radioactive ray deflect most by magnetic field? Which radioactive ray deflect most by magnetic field? Beta ray will be deflect more by magnetic field. Remember that. Next one, number 19 is that gold Au-197 is not a radioactive substance, but radium-226 is a radioactive substance. So gold is what? Gold is that is gold 197.79 gold atomic number, mass number Au, and that radium is 226.88. So which I have radium is radioactive but gold is not. Why? So if I do the calculation, I will get that is for gold neutron is how much? That is 197 minus 79. I am having 118 neutron and proton is 79. So neutron by proton ratio, if you do 118 by 79, you will get nearly about 1.45 something, 1.54 something. And if for the same case for radium you do, you will get that neutron is 226 minus 88. And proton is here how much? Proton is 88. So if I do N by P ratio, that is 188 by 88, it is nearly equal to 1.59. So it is more than 1.59, 1.5. So it will show that radioactive decay equal to 1.5 or less than 1.5 will not show radioactive decay. It is written also. So next one is nuclear number 20. 20 is that give one example of nuclear fusion reaction. So nuclear fusion means what? Two light nuclei will join and form a heavy nuclei. Two light nuclei joins and form a heavy nuclei. So what I had shown you, there are so many examples given in book. One example I had shown you, that is deuterium, isotope of hydrogen, deuterium, two deuterium first join, that is 1H2 plus 1H2 joins. If they join, they will form what? They will form helium-3, means which is a very unstable, helium-3 plus energy plus neutron. No problem. Now this is, since it is very unstable, it will again join with another deuterium. So H, this is also a light nuclei, 2 plus He2, 3. They two joins fuse actually, so join together and forms helium, heavy nuclei, far heavier than the hydrogen. So forms helium plus hydrogen, stable hydrogen plus energy. So this is an example of nuclear fusion reaction. Next one is question number 21. Question number 21 is that arrange all the radioactive ray in order to their ionization power of gas. I think this you can do all radioactive ray in terms of ionization power means alpha will ionize most, then beta, then gamma. So this is the order. Next one is that what does it means that the binding energy of helium is 28.2 MeV. Means what? Helium binding energy of helium is 28.2 MeV. Means if the neutron proton of heliums join together, then they needs 28.2 MeV. First thing, and second thing, either you will say like that, or if neutron proton of helium separate from its nucleus, they will release 28.2 MeV of energy. Next part of worksheet I will do in my next video. Thank you.